the more that you're around people in your church, the more you spend time with people, don't come in right as church starts. I mean, get there 15, 20 minutes early. Don't be the first one to leave. Get into a life group. The connections are so valuable.
When someone new comes into our class, we kind of surround them, well, especially her, surround them with love.
Try to embrace them.
Ask them what they do, what their family is. Get to know them, okay? Make them kind of feel part of our group.
Yeah. Hey, Castleview, good to have you here this morning, and what a joy. We've got a massive event coming up this Sunday, so I want to make sure you're there. In just a few days, we're having what we're calling our Groups Open House, and we have never done this before. We're going to have, of course, our 9 o'clock and our 10:45 service, and after both of those services, we're going downstairs, lower level, and we are going to have all of our groups, men's, women's, life groups, anything that you can do to get connected. We're going to have those groups are going to be advertising what they do. And I just think it is super, super important for every person, not just to attend a church, but to belong to a church and to have a family there. The Bible says, rejoice with those who rejoice, weep with those who weep. It's hard to do that when you don't know somebody. And let's be honest, every one of us needs friends. And our faith is important, and the preaching is important, and the corporate music is important. All of that's important, but when you look at Acts, these individuals, the early church, they were together, that koinonia, that fellowship. They were the kind of people that were daily together. And so this morning I've got two very special people to me here in our podcast studio. And I've got Dee Schwartz and Dee Schwartz. Good morning. Thank you guys for being here today.
Good morning. Yeah, it's great being here.
Let me ask you this first. How long y'all been coming to Castleview?
About 5.5 years.
Has it been 5.5 years? Okay.
Yes.
You moved from New York.
Yes.
And came right out here. Matter of fact, I don't even know. How did you find out about the church?
Well, we we used to go to, our son played professional baseball.
That's right.
And we went to spring training in Arizona. And one Easter, we were coming back, and our son DJ lived here in Castle Rock. And they had gone to Nebraska for Easter.
Okay.
We stopped here, and I said, well, honey, we got to find a church to go to at
Easter Sunday.
Just traveling in the weekend. It was just going to be a weekend thing.
Yeah, we were stopping.
We got online.
We were stopping to be with DJ for a little time.
Got it. See the grandkids.
Yeah.
Grandkid.
Well, none at that
yet.
time.
None at the time. Okay.
Because this was way back in I think it was 2018.
Got it.
It was before you guys were in the school.
We were in the school then.
Yes.
I did not realize it was that far back.
Yes.
Okay, I thought you started coming when we were in the warehouse facility.
That was
when we
moved
Well, that's
here.
the first time we came. We saw you in the school.
Got it.
So we looked online
Yeah.
and found Baptist Church.
Yeah.
And the Lord just led us there.
Seriously.
We went there, and it was wonderful, And we kind of followed you guys. We went back to New York, followed you guys.
We had put our email down.
Oh, is
and
that
so
right?
every once in a while, I would get this email from this Pastor Tate. Oh, this is what's going on. Oh, this is what's going on.
So did you
we were
have
miles
in
away.
mind that you would come back to the area at that time or no?
Yes, we had, because we told the kids if they ever had little ones and we were retired, we would come and watch them. Yeah. Of course, they weren't sure if that was going to happen or not, but but it did.
It did.
And so, yes, that's just what we did. The Lord led us here, and
I love it. Well, and you guys have the two boys.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And what a disappointment they have been. One professional baseball player, one rocket scientist. I mean, you know what I mean? Better luck next time. Maybe you should have had a third to see if they could be successful at something.
Just blessed beyond
very
measure.
gifted.
Yeah. Very gifted boys.
We're very proud of them.
Yeah.
But the greatest gift that
Absolutely
would be that they know the Lord.
Amen.
And that they come know Him and
serving Him and
that's right.
Honoring Him.
Good guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, DJ's been at our church. DJ and Brittany. They've been running our Awana program.
Yeah.
They've got
Doing
the
a great
two
job.
little ones, Tori and
Matthew.
Matthew, doing just adorable children. And so we appreciate them so much
Yeah.
and the way they work here.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I know DJ has worked with Drew a bit with
Yeah.
our live stream
Yeah.
servicing too.
Yeah.
And so great couple of guys you guys have.
Thank you.
Let me ask you this. I know the answer, but our podcast family would not know the answer to this. How did you two meet?
Okay, so
I want to know Dee's answer too when I hear yours.
mine to be. I worked at a college, and I had two jobs. I was director of operations and a college basketball coach.
Yeah.
So I was assistant men's coach for a while. Then they asked me to be head women's basketball coach there, and I said, okay, fine. So we had meetings, and one of my first practices, this tall blonde, yes, she was blonde.
Is that right? I got to see a picture of that.
Oh,
Yep.
this tall, beautiful blonde walked in to practice.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, this is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
Oh,
I did. Okay.
Oh man! And now I got to get after her coaching.
Yeah,
What am I going to say?
Yeah. And then I found out after getting to know her, her inside is just as beautiful as her outside.
it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
What a good guy, by the way, man.
Really, yeah.
I set him up today. Didn't I?
and,
Your part of the story is going to be opposite.
I'm gonna have to buy you dinner.
So some of my friends, they used to call me Schwartzy. Okay,
Yeah.
would say, Schwartzy, how did you get her? Okay, and I would say, well, only God, only God. Okay,
That's right.
Because I don't deserve God and I don't deserve her. And then at the end, I would say, eat your heart out. I don't know if any younger kids know what that means, but I would say, eat your heart out.
That's great. Dee, what was your recollection of this?
So he was my basketball coach,
Yeah.
and he was a great coach. He was just a really great coach, and we worked hard, and we would have our games, and we'd get into all kinds of pickles and timeout. He'd get us all straightened around again, and the first year we were definitely improving, and by the second year we were going to the NCAA playoffs. So
Wow, is
it
that
was
right?
Yes, he was a great coach.
Was he a tough coach?
Yes.
I see him being a tough
Oh
coach.
yes, he was.
Yeah.
He was tough.
Yes.
he was intense.
Yes.
he fought for us. He was a great. It was a great.
How many technicals did he get called on him?
Oh, he got a few. Oh, he got a few.
I've almost called some in church on you before, so I know you have.
Yeah. Oh, he got a few. Yes. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
And then I graduated, and I ended up staying in the area. I was an English teacher, and there weren't at that point there weren't a lot of jobs. It was like nobody's going into education anymore. But back then there were a lot of us, and anyway, I got a job around the college, and then the rest is history. We yeah.
So I'm imagining, how tall are you?
6 foot.
6 foot. So you were the point guard, probably.
Absolutely.
I always pictured you to be in the center down low.
We would be in trouble if they
That was not her gift.
Ball
That was not
handling
her
was
skill
maybe
set.
not
She
the
was
gift. Yeah.
an outstanding defensive player.
Is that right?
Holds records in rebounds and
Is that
rebounds
right?
and
I
block
see
shots
that.
and stuff
I
like
totally.
that.
You have to have a certain mindset to play defense and like to rebound.
Yeah, you were that good.
I you know what? I wasn't the greatest offensive. I was okay offensively. But defense is just a mindset, right? I mean,
Yes.
I'm just going to outwork you.
Yes,
I can do
exactly.
that.
Yeah,
You know, you have to
yeah.
have some obviously
Yeah.
skill sets, giftedness.
Yes, 'cause you have to have
whatever.
angles
You
and
gotta-
everything. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But honestly, at the end of the day, it's just I'm going to apply myself to this. So
Work.
that's kind of where I like you. I think, but I enjoyed that more.
Me too.
Did you?
Yeah,
I just- yeah,
and
just-
it was a big contribution in other, you know.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is great. So after you met, how long was it before y'all get married?
After the initial meeting, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
4 or 5 years. A
Yeah.
little while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You had to get over him yelling at you. When you got married, you say, "This isn't working like it was in the basketball games."
Don't you coach me?
Yeah, don't you coach me up. Matter of fact, you better get ready for some coaching, buddy. Well, you guys are a joy to be around. I love it. I always give you all a hard time. I give Don a hard time. We'll have our class, or I'll introduce them to somebody that maybe I'm saying, hey, you'd be great for their class, and I'll introduce Don and say, now if you like him, you're going to love Dee. You know what I mean? Or, she's really the one you're going to want to meet. And you all have been teaching our young marrieds life group class. How long now has that been going on?
At least 3 years.
Yes.
3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
What do you enjoy about that?
Oh, just
we love it.
teaching.
Yeah.
We love them.
Yeah,
And we love teaching,
Yeah.
but we both come from a teaching background a little bit.
Yes.
So it was sort of like, it's what the Lord blessed us with. And then you and Miss Debbie, like, noticed that about, like, you guys are really the ones that ask us, and you notice that in us, and we love it. We love them.
Yeah, yeah.
I love teaching the Bible too. I love that end of that.
You
good at
have
that.
like Don really enjoys getting into the Word, and I love that. Like it's your thing that the gym and the Word. Those two things. When I think about you, those are probably the two things that come to mind first.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And both of those things are a discipline thing, by the way. What have you enjoyed about your class specifically with the younger marrieds?
I would say that we have become a family, a group family, okay? And we've seen them grow in the Word, a lot.
And make connections with one another.
Yeah, they really connect with each other.
Yeah.
And they have really become very close to us and each other.
Yeah.
And,
They're really wonderful, wonderful people.
and they want to learn.
They do.
Really
yeah,
are, yes.
yeah. They got a lot going on at that age.
I mean, come on.
They've got the little kid. We were talking about the baby boom we've had here
Yeah.
recently. They have a lot happening. Young careers and new
Yes.
marriages and all of
Yes.
that. So I would think your role in a lot of ways would be just encouragement. I mean, hey, keep on. Listen, I know he was a knucklehead. He's still learning. You can do it. Keep going. It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
I would think a lot of encouraging in that.
Yeah.
In that.
And they
class.
also come to us because we've gone through, we've been married 40 years now.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they come to us and they ask us, about certain situations in marriage or
Yes.
children,
Yes.
raising children and stuff like that. And then I say, well, let's look in the Bible and see what the Bible says about it.
Yeah.
And
And they
said,
are starting to do that. Like
Yeah.
they really are. They're growing and they're really maturing and becoming seasoned.
Yeah.
And you can see it happening with each other too. It's really
So
very
good.
beautiful.
That's what you want to see, right?
It's
I mean,
just-
you want them to
yes.
get to a place where, hey, you can read the Bible, you can get these principles, you can. Not that I'm not here, I want to help you. I'm here to help. But you want them in the middle of the night to be able to.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
I need to get comfort from the Lord.
Yes.
And I can't always depend on someone else to give it to me.
and especially none of them are sleeping. So
Yep. That's right.
right,
Yeah.
you may as well
Right.
read the Bible in the middle of the night.
Exactly.
A couple of them might be, but they're not going to be soon. So
Yeah, they're not
just
gonna be
saying.
soon.
I mean, and that's what encourages me too. It's like these kids, they're really in a stage in life where there's so much going on, and they keep coming. They keep coming, and they keep connecting, and it's such a blessing.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I didn't prepare you all for this question. I'm just thinking about it right now. So I didn't prepare you for this question.
No.
Has there been a time in your life that you have needed the people of God to help you get through something?
For sure. Okay. Really quick story. When I have been divorced. My wife didn't want me or my faith, whatever. So she asked for a divorce, and we had 2 children together. And when we were divorced, I ended up with the 2 boys. I raised the 2 boys, 10 and 13 at the time.
Wow.
And it was an experience for me,
Yeah.
being a single dad and not knowing much about how to do the wash or the dishes or any cook or anything.
Yeah.
So when our Danny, who turned about 18 years old, okay, he, to make a long story, he had 2 brain tumors on his head, and we had to rush him to a hospital, a university hospital, which was about an hour from our house. And they got there, took a CAT scan, said he has a tumor the size of your fist on here, and
Is
one
that
in the
right?
back of his head.
Wow.
And he has a very good chance that he's not going to make it. So he said, we got to operate on him right now. And so they called in, and they opened up his skull, whatever, took the tumor out. But with taking the tumor out, he lost part of his 25% of his brain. And so, we were very, I had great Christian friends, brothers back then. So I just leaned on them, and he made it through. The Lord was very gracious to us. But he could have gone.
Wow.
The doctors told me he could either
Very
become
touchable.
very like a vegetable or become very angry
Wow,
in
so
his life.
scary.
And so, but if you talk to him, you wouldn't hardly know. But his reality isn't like most people's reality. If he thinks something, he thinks it's happened in his mind. Okay,
Is that right?
And so, but he has a wife, he has children, he has a job.
Yeah.
It's a great life. He does. He
yeah.
has a great life.
And so that's, when you have a child, then someone tells you you don't think they're going to make it. You have to really lean on the Lord with that and say, Lord, it's all up to you.
Absolutely.
It's in your hands, and
Yeah.
you have to humble yourself, and
Yeah.
you can't do anything about it.
Yeah. So you had a church family at that time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That helped you through that.
Yeah.
Dee, were you around at this point?
Yes,
Or was
DJ
this, okay.
was actually DJ turned 1
Okay.
while Danny was in the hospital. So you know what I mean. So we had it was just.
We're talking about Danny, the ball player.
No, that's Jordan. Jordan is our youngest.
Okay.
Danny was a very good ball player.
Yes,
Danny
Danny.
was too.
All of them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
all of his sons were.
Wow. Okay.
So the son we're talking about is from Donald's first marriage.
Previous marriage.
Yes, and so there were 2 boys and then 2 more
Got
boys.
it. I got it.
So
Okay.
and
Okay. Thank you for
about
clarifying
18,
that.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
18 years. Actually,
Yeah,
about
there's 18 years
difference,
apart.
17 or 18 years.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, 18.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Danny is 55 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't give away any ages now, but there's Don's generation and then Dee's generation of children that came
Exactly.
they came through.
That's how it works.
Wow. Okay. So you remember church helpful. I mean, when you're going through something like that, you need somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Right. I mean, whether it's meals, whether it's just
It was
I'm
everything,
praying
yes,
for you.
yes.
I'm here.
phone calls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Makes
And
a
she
big
was
difference.
such a huge support and care. And we prayed together. We laughed together. But in the end, you just
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's in God's hands.
Yeah. But God spared him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dee, is that the thing that you would think about first too, when you needed support from church community or
Yes,
help? Or,
yes,
yeah.
because that was definitely the most severe, I guess. I mean, but you always have even just. So that was a really tough case. But then just going through, life like what we're doing now, I would lean on, older Christians to help me, ask them when I was raising my boys, or
Yeah.
just different things, or, how do you, because life is an incredible balancing act.
Yeah.
And how do you balance this out, or what would you do, or how did you handle it? And there was always wonderful, sound advice, biblical advice. You can't get any better.
Yeah.
And I always always felt so blessed
Yeah.
that I had that,
Wow.
And everybody it just seems like if biblical people love to share their, biblical experience, like what they,
Yeah. I don't remember knowing this story, but now I can see it in both of you, because you love people, and I can see you both wanting to help people, and many times once you've experienced something, some trial, hardship, heartbreak, the Bible talks about comforting other people. And so you have that about you, that you want to come alongside of people. And it is interesting. I remember when about 2 weeks before Caden was born, and of course our son had his arm injury, I was the brand new interim pastor at our church, and we had a couple in our church that had a baby girl. And we went to visit them in the hospital, and we thought, hey, we're going to get here, and it's, rainbows and sunshine, and we'll congratulate them. We probably had balloons with us. And boy, they were in tears. And they said the doctor just told them that she had eye issues and may never see. Oh. And I remember, I do very specifically remember thinking and trying to feel. I felt badly for them. There was no question. I mean, I felt badly for them. But when Caden was born a couple weeks later, I realized I really didn't understand. And I knew we weren't going through the same thing. But suddenly you go through something, and your heart just kind of enlarges to another person. You can understand them in a way that you couldn't have understood them until you had gone through something.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. That's I see why you guys are the way you are when you hear something like that.
I wasn't as good at that until her.
Sure.
She has really taught me a lot.
She's a natural nurturer.
Oh, yeah. And she loves so many people. I mean,
yes.
She taught, there are kids students that she had that would, become a teacher just because of her.
Yeah.
Or,
how good she was at it.
Or call her and ask her things and keep in touch.
She's an author too.
Yeah.
You wrote a children's book. Yeah. I remember my first visit at your house. I got it.
Yeah.
Remind me what the name of it is.
Sprout for the Lord.
Sprout for the Lord. That's right. It was a great little. I think there's a big ladybug on the front of it too, and a number of things. It was a great. I remember reading it. It's been years now, but I remember reading it at the time. What caused you to do that? What?
I think it's every English teacher's dream.
To be able to write.
To publish some type of book.
Yes. Well, good.
So
work.
And Donald was so supportive. So I went ahead with it.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate both of you. I mean, I just can't tell you how much we
appreciate you too.
We love both of you here at the church. We're so thankful for you. If you can encourage somebody, we've got our groups open house this weekend, and I really do believe this. I think that the more that you're around people in your church, the more you spend time with people, don't come in right as church starts. I mean, get there 15, 20 minutes early. Don't be the first one to leave. Get into a life group. The connections are so valuable. And sometimes you walk in and you see one of the services and you haven't connected maybe with somebody. We have two services, but the life groups are a combination of both of those groups. And so if you were to encourage somebody about going to the groups fair this weekend, why do you think it'd be important for somebody to get connected in that way?
I think you get to know someone very personally. You get to know who they are. When someone new comes into our class, we kind of surround them, especially her, surround them with love.
Try to embrace them.
Ask them what they do, what their family is. Get to know them, okay? Make them kind of feel part of our group, okay? And we
also work with Cindy and Rich Klepper.
That's right.
They're fantastic too.
Great people.
They surround everybody. They are fantastic.
Yes.
And so it's kind of like, in stereo.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And they are fantastic.
I do a bit of the teaching, and I call Rich and Cindy color commentators.
Yeah.
Because they really add a lot,
They add so much.
They really know their Bible. So, we kind of tag team as teaching, and it really works out well.
Yeah, I love it.
And even we've seen our group, they're quiet in the beginning. You are a little like, okay, what is this about or whatever, but they've grown, they contribute, they ask thoughtful questions. They, and then even like they were networking with each other, and they've gone and played pickleball a few times.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. You've had events at your house. In different places. You'll have them all over. And really enjoy the fellowship. Yeah. Well, I can't tell you how much we appreciate it, and I'm praying for the group's open house this weekend. And I'm praying that you guys will pick up some more. And we'll have anyone listening to this right now. I pray they'd make this a really priority.
Come find us. We will help you find the right group.
Find my wife. Okay?
Yes, I will
She'll embrace you.
I will escort you to the right spot. I promise.
And she'll make your life wonderful.
I agree with you. Listen, thank you so much for coming on today. I
Well,
really
you're
appreciate both
Thank
of you.
you.
Not
Love you
a
both,
problem. Thank you.
and great job. Thank you for doing such a good job leading and teaching
Well, thank you.
these young couples. And if you're sitting here right now listening to this and you're not yet in a life group, I'm telling you, you're just missing out on something. It's
That's right.
going to cause you to go deeper, not just in your faith, although that is going to be a major part of it. It's going to cause you to be more attached to your church, and you will have those friendships and that connection. And so this weekend, after the 9 or the 10:45 service, both of them will have this group open house. We'll tell you more about it on Sunday, but come ready to see how you can get plugged in and involved this weekend. Hey, thank you for joining us on this week's episode of the Castleview Baptist Podcast. We'll see you again next week.